Giving all praise to Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai B'Shem Rakakwadash. I'm going to entitle this video, "You Are a Stumbling Block, Whether You Know It or Not." This is a video that was put up by believers of the way. And I don't know these, I've seen some of their videos I came across. I'm familiar with the channel. I don't know these individuals personally. I don't go back and forth with them. Maybe we're going to start going back and forth with them. I don't know where it came from. I believe, and they can correct me. Anyway, the name of this video is GMS Liars, Slanderers, and False Prophets. Now, a false prophet is someone that makes a prophecy and it doesn't come to pass. Slanderers, you know what slanderers, you can look that word up. And liars. Now, people like to use that term liars. The definition of a liar is someone that knows the truth but teaches something other than the truth. Like if you ask me, what time is it? And let's say it's 11 a.m. and I say it's 3 a.m. or 9 a.m. and I know it's 11 a.m. That's a lie. Okay, so I don't know if you're saying we're liars because we telling you that saying that the mark of the beast is the microchip, because you would have to have proof that we actually know that we had a secret meeting and we said we know that the mark of the beast is not the microchip, but we're going to tell a lie. No, we're not liars. Okay, until you can prove that. Learn the meaning of words. I believe these individuals either watched our videos. Let me say this. Let me change gears. All these different Israelite groups that are not part of the original One West, that do videos like us, that go on the highways and the byways, you got it from one of the One West original camps. Let me give you a list. IUIC is part of an original One West camp. Okay, I know Nate from the past. ISUPK is part of the original One West. GMS, part of the original One West. Zabak, or Priest Zabak, part of the original One West. Priest Danyala, part of the original. All these groups I'm mentioning, AOC, the list goes, HODC, we all go back from to the original One West, and we all knew High Priest Ariah personally. We all knew King Masha personally. We all knew Yaikwa personally, priest. We all knew the seven. We all been in the school. Hell, I had a key to the school. I can come to the school 3 in the morning if I wanted to, man. I used to sleep in the school. So anybody that's not a part of the original One West, you got this from watching YouTube videos and you decided to be an instant prophet. And unless these individuals from this particular, from BOA, Believers of the Way, if they're telling me that the Spirit came on them and they just started teaching, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Because their style of teaching is a One West style of teaching. The Hebrew, that if they speak any Hebrew, if whatever term, that Shalom coming from the GMS. They mimicked us and said we're going to be prophets. You can't make yourself a prophet. Now, I don't know if you're prophets or not. I don't know if you're elect or not. But you're clearly going off on the mark of the beast. So anyway, I'm not going to make this long. The title, like I said, is GMS Liars, Slanderers, and False Prophets. And I guess we're liars because we're saying that the mark of the beast is a chip, but these guys know, what is it? Whatever they say, it's sin. And slander is meaning we falsely accusing, slandering, talking bad about somebody. And false prophets. Now you don't know if we're false prophets or not. And that's why I call this a stumbling block. This is a major stumbling block. These guys jumped on the wagon, the same wagon that the ISUPK, the IUIC, Pre-Sabak, and the rest of them teach that the mark of the beast is sin or whatever the hell it is. So here, this video was put up 3 days ago, right? So I'm looking at initial response. The top response, as you see on the screen there, is Remnant Say 144, which is Elder Yashawan out of the GMS Dallas camp, and he hits him with a question: outside of emotional stuff, is there any point in this video where you address the buying and selling aspect of Revelation 13? Shalom. Yeah, fair question. Because a lot of these guys, they'll go to the mark and they'll say the mark is an embargo, sleeping with white women. It's Solomon had the mark, this guy had the mark, and they'll talk about the beast. Where if you question these guys on the image, the word image in Revelation, the 13th chapter, if you question them about buying and selling, because it said you will not be able to buy and sell except he that have the mark. So I don't have the mark. I don't believe I have the mark. But guess what? I can buy and sell. So according to your definition or your breakdown, I have to have the mark, because if the mark of the beast is already here, which they all agree, the mark of the beast is already here, that means anybody that buys or sells has a mark of the beast. So every last one of you, every member of the IUIC has a mark of the beast. ISUPK has a mark of the beast. GMS has the mark of the beast. Priest Sabak has a mark of the beast. High Priest Ariel, High Priest Shaw, Yeshaya, all of us got the mark of the beast. As a matter of fact, everyone on the planet has a mark of the beast. So who is the Most High going to come to deliver? And when you really look at this with an open mind, well, just the Spirit has to open up your eyes. Like I said, this is a stumbling block. The Most High puts the stumbling block before man. You know what I'm gonna do? Let me do this real quick. And the scripture said, "Lest ye be wise in your own conceit." Matter of fact, let me get that. I believe that's 1 Corinthians. Matter of fact, I know it's 1 Corinthians 1. Bear with me for a minute. What the hell did I just do? Oh, I hit the wrong button. Let me try it this way. Bear with me for a minute. And try it again. And I don't know what you other camps are waiting for. You other camps that believe that the mark of the beast is a microchip. You should be on our side, going head to head, because the Apostle Paul spoke about defending the gospel. The mark of the beast, the true doctrine of the mark of the beast. The reason why we make so many videos on it, because we're defending the doctrine. Anybody throws a punch with that false breakdown of Revelation 13, we got to throw a counter punch. That's why we do so many videos on the mark of the beast, because you got these wayward camps coming out of the woodwork, and these, like I said, I know that these guys the Spirit did not come on them, and all of a sudden he just got up and taught, and got to grab the sign or whatever, put fringes on the garments, minus the phylacteries. These guys, if myself or GMS and IUIC, IUCPK, the original from One West, had not put up YouTube videos about being an Israelite, none of these guys would be around. None of them. None of them. But we're false prophets. Okay, let me see if I can find this. Boom. Look for the word wise. Where is it? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Although this is a good pre-chapter here, but that wasn't what I was looking for. Romans, my bad. Romans 11. And I'm not going to make this long. I don't have to make all these videos super long. Just hit the point. Another thing, beware of a guy that makes a 4-hour video. Oh, I addressed it in the last video I did, which was 4.5 hours. You think I'm going to sit there for 4.5 hours? Just say at a video, a marker, whatever. Okay, now let me come here. It says, okay, Romans 11 verse 25. For I would not, brethren, that ye should be ignorant of this mystery. Look up the word mystery. It's from the Greek word mysterion, which is something hidden. And now the mystery, you know, the mark of the beast is a mystery to those that the Most High's eyes haven't opened, and it's obvious that these guys from, you know, believers of the way are blinded. The Most High didn't open up their eyes. The Most High didn't open up UPK's eyes. Most High didn't open up Bishop Nate's eyes or Priest Zabak's eyes to this important prophecy. The reason why this subject keeps coming up because it's a major prophecy that's getting ready to come to pass. These guys teaching that the mark is already here. But amazingly, they can buy. They don't have the mark. They don't ask them, do you guys have the mark? No, I ain't got the mark. But you're going to get up later in the day, you're going to go to McDonald's and buy some chicken McNuggets. Or you're going to, you're going to go to the store and buy clothes or buy your bubbles. You need toilet paper. You don't make your own toilet paper, man, for the one of all things. Deuteronomy. This is ridiculous, man. You got to buy toilet paper. You got to buy food. You got to buy milk. You got babies. You got to buy things for you. You got to buy diapers. Let me say it like Laleen. You got to buy diapers. So you can't have it both ways. You can't say, nope, I don't have the mark of the beast, and go ahead and buy. And the mark of the beast is here, according to y'all. And be able to buy and sell. We're doing just like anybody else. Esau could buy and sell, and we can go buy and sell. You drive around in cars and whips. You had to buy the car. You had to register the car. You had to go to the DMV. Everybody. Oh, in order for you to be on the web, you gotta buy certain equipment. Whether you got a camera, whether you're using your smartphone, and everybody and their mama got a smartphone. If your mama got it, everybody got it. And you got to pay that bill. You got to pay that bill. Pay-per-view fight, come on, Floyd Mayweather, whatever. Errol Spence Jr., Terrence Crawford, whatever they fight as a pay-per-view event, you get your peoples together. It might be 10, 15, 20 of y'all. Somebody buy the chicken wings, somebody else buy the beer, somebody else buy this. And everybody got to get $5 and we can pay for this thing. You had to buy it, man. You got cable. You had to buy cable. You ain't kidding. You might be able to bootleg the cable or something like that, but eventually there's certain things you're going to have to buy. So pursuant to that, if the mark of the beast is here, what you guys say it is, how in the hell do you guys not have the mark of the beast, but you can buy or sell? That's the question right now that you got to deal with. How in the hell can you buy and sell and you don't got the mark? It says, Romans 11, verse 25, for I would not, brethren, that ye should be ignorant of this mystery, and the mark of the beast is a mystery to y'all. It's not a mystery to us. We can see it crystal clear. Lest ye should be wise in your own conceits. And it goes on that blindness is part is happening to Israel until the time the Gentiles come in. The Gentiles are the other Israelites coming into the fold. So let's look up the word conceit. Because you guys are teaching that you are wise in your own conceit.
Strong's G 1438. How to. How to.
And any of you guys that believe that the mark of the beast is a microchip, you should be attacking these guys, meaning attacking them with scriptures. And you know, where you at, Sakari? You know, where you at? That's why they said GMS in the thing, because GMS is the one that stands firm and defends the part of the gospel that speaks about the mark of the beast. Where you at, HODC? It says himself, themselves, yourselves, ourselves, his, their, itself, meaning conceit, meaning you about yourself. You know, no, I say it means this way and therefore it means that. Let me try this. And I'm gonna read these comments. Okay, let's see what this says. Okay, it says Leviticus 19 verse 14, thou shalt not curse the deaf, nor put a stumbling block before the blind, but shall fear thy power. I am the Lord. Now, this stumbling block is talking about an actual obstacle that you put in front of the blind, and the blind trips over it, literally. But there's a spiritual meaning behind it too. A stumbling block is when you say Edomites can make it if they believe in the Most High. That's a stumbling block. That's a stumbling block. That's a false doctrine. Lahab teaches that. Lahab, and I ran into Lahab about 2 years ago, and I heard him say it before, and let me ask him. I said, let me ask you something, Lahab. Do you believe that Edomites and the other nations could make it? And he looked at me dead in the eye and said, yeah, if they trust in the Most High. And I told him you were going off. It says, Isaiah 57 verse 14, and shall say, cast ye up, prepare the way, take up the stumbling block out of the way of my people. So what is a major stumbling block? The mark of the beast. So you other camps that teach that, Sakari, HODC, or whatever group, there are a few groups that teach it, you're supposed to be defending this, man. It says, and shall say, cast ye up, prepare the way for what? The Lord to come back. Take up the stumbling block. The mark of the beast is embargo or sin. And sin was here before the beast was on the scene. Stumbling block out of the way of the people. So that's why anytime you guys make a video saying that the mark of the beast is sin, has nothing to do with the microchip, we're going to make a counter video on it. Ezekiel 3 verse 20, again, when a righteous man doeth turn from his righteousness and commit iniquity, and I lay a stumbling block before him. So when you commit iniquity, the Most High do, he lays a stumbling block in front of you. Perfect example, Nazariah, whatever his name is. Nazariah from Chicago. When he switched the whole, then he disappeared for a year. Then he came back recently, did 2 videos in 1 month, then disappeared again. So what did the Most High do? What he did was, and his followers, again, when a righteous man, because at one time he was righteous, doeth turn from his righteousness, he goes off and commit iniquity, and the iniquity is you teaching lies, and I lay a stumbling block before them. So the Most High lays a stumbling block before you. Strong delusions that they may believe a lie. The mark of the beast being sin is a strong delusion that they may believe a lie. Romans 11 verse 9, and David saith, let their table be made a snare or a trap, and a snare or a trap, which means the same thing, and a stumbling block and a recompense unto them. Let me go further into that. Start from 8 verse. Romans 11 verse 8, according as is written, the Most High has given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should see not, and ears that they should hear not, unto this day. What's today's date? January 18, 2021, year of hastening of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. So you got, as to this very day, in the year 2021, is a new year. They still they still slumbering. Their eyes are closed. 9th verse, and David saith, let their table be a snare, let the table be made a snare and a trap and a stumbling block and a recompense unto them. Let their eyes be darkened, that they may not see, and bow down their back always. Okay, let me try this. Let me come back here. Romans 14 verse 13. Let us not therefore judge one another anymore, but judge this rather, that no man put a stumbling block, the mark of the beast is sin, or sleeping with white women, or an embargo of Christianity. That's a stumbling block. It said that no man put a stumbling block or an occasion to fall, because how is the people going to fall? They're going to fall because you told them, oh, it's sin. But if you take the thing, you can take that, because that's not in the scriptures. So you're going to cause a lot of people to fall, and you're going to be destroyed, to fall in his brother's way. First, let's see what this says. 1 Corinthians 8 verse 9. But take heed lest by any means this liberty of yours, because you got liberty. BOW, Believers of the Way, can teach what they want to teach. IUIC can teach what they want to teach. ISUPK, whatever group out there can teach what they want to teach. Because you got liberty to do so. We can't order you, look, brother, stop, because we're not over you. The Most High is dealing with us, and the Most High is not dealing with y'all. So you're going to do this to your own destruction. If you don't change your way, you're going to be destroyed. It said, but take heed lest by any means this liberty of yours become a stumbling block to them that are weak. And now if you go to, let me see, where is it? Where the hell is it? Okay, boom. Let me go back. Now let's turn into a long lesson. Yeah, the Most High is not dealing with these guys. Point blank period. The Most High is not dealing with these guys. Now they're teaching people that they're Israel. That's a good thing. Now, okay, this is the previous video that they did entitled Understanding the Mark of the Beast and the Number, which they don't have the understanding. Now what I did was is understanding the mark of the beast and the number of his name. They're not going to tell you what buying and selling means. So that's what we're going to hit you with. What does the image mean? Who is the beast? Where did the beast come from? When did the beast come on the scene? Is it possible that Solomon had the mark of the beast, or the Apostle Paul had the mark of the beast? Where Revelation 20 verse 4 kills that, that would make the Apostle Paul not a man of the Lord. Oh, you can repent. Anyway, this video, which was put up a day before by Believers of the Way, understand the mark of the beast and the number of his name. And if they don't come to the realization of what this breakdown is, they're going to be destroyed. And they're going to cause a lot of people to be destroyed. Okay, so this is the comment section, and all these people are blind and weak. It says the internet was in Psalms. That's not what I want. Breaking the laws of the Most High. That's the mark of the beast, according to this guy. Okay, this is another guy. That's some good edification. No, it's a stumbling block. It says the simple believeth every word. It's I believe it's spiritual, brother. So these guys got their opinion. They got their vain opinions. It said, I believe it's spiritual, brother. You have hit the nail on the head. No, they have not hit the nail on the head. Okay, this is a woman. A woman just brings confusion if they're coming with their opinion. This is her handle is APTTHMH, all praise to the Most High. Acronym. It says, "Wow, this is powerful. Powerful deception, a powerful stumbling block. I never thought of it being spiritual, but it makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense if your eyes are not open." Somebody puts in, my husband enjoys your teaching. Now, if a new group of Israelites just pop up on the scene tomorrow and they sound good, you're going to get a lot of people just flock to them. The scripture said the Lord is not the author of confusion. Okay, let me see what this brother says. Ak Awar Barakatah Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. Well, we know he's not in the IUIC. We know that. Look up frontal lobe, the forehead. It deals with memories. Think about it. The seal of God. Amazing. More confirmation to what he went off. He went off. Believe it said the one pursuant to Romans 16, the simple, deceiving the hearts of the simple. This is another one. Dude, go tell those Sakari guys that. See what happens. They love that chip story like shit, or SHT. Okay, this guy, his handle is Raymond Gregory, the mark of the beast. Another opinion. The scriptures speak about vain opinions. The mark of the beast, Sunday worship, believe in the fake Messiah, and not keeping the feast days. Well, according to that, Johanna would have to have the mark because he postponed the Sabbath. There's an eating of swine. So if you eat a ham sandwich, you got the mark of the beast. And man, other law breakers. So he's saying it's sin. Raymond Gregory again, you got this, bro. You got the mark of the Most High. Anyway, you know what? Let me come back over here. I want to read these. I want to read. And the scriptures tell you about a novice. These guys are novices. These guys are novices. First Timothy 3 verse 6. Let me go a verse above that. I'll go to the 5th verse. You can really start from the first. It said, for if a man know not how to rule his own house, how shall he take care of the church? Not a novice. A novice means new. Someone new to the faith. You know, if you're in this thing for like 2-3 years, you're still new. That's being lifted up with pride. He fall into the condemnation of the devil. Excuse me. He fall into the condemnation of the devil, so the devil got him. A perfect example is Nazariah. When he fell off and did his own thing, he changed everything, and the spiritual demon Satan got him. So now let's go to these precepts right here. Okay, this was Remnant Save 144. Outside of the emotional stuff, is there any point in the video where you address the buying and selling aspect of Revelation 13? Shalom. So the guy from Believers of the Way, I did in this lesson, and he put up the site that you can click on. This is ETT End Time Teachers questioning Believers of the Way. It says the mark of the beast is RFID microchip. Do you guys teach Vatican City? Vatican City is Mystery Babylon. Yeah, I wonder if you teach that. And there was no response. That was a day ago. And Remnant Say 144 comes back. It's a very long video, but brother, that's why you should have put the, if you wanted the truth to be brought out, you put the mark of where you made that statement. Can you tell me what minute marker in this video, please? We are trying to understand how you can buy and sell with sin. And that right there, the buying and selling part, kills these guys' argument. This is a sort of a surgical strike, because now they have to break down what buying and selling means. And if you want to go deeper, a 17 verse, no man can buy or sell. 16 verse says the mark on their right hand on their forehead. So when you really dissect and pull out certain words, you know, it messes up their whole argument, which their argument is weak. It says also we wanted to know what the beast was. What the image of the beast was. And what the mark is because they are all separate. Revelation 14:9, Revelation 20 verse 4. Lord willing, we can keep it all about the scriptures, and less emotion. So I'm not going to listen to their video, but I'm guarantee you there's a lot of emotion. A lot of emotion. And you got a lot of weak-minded people and simple-minded people that are following these guys. And like I said, if a new group of Israelites come on the scene, they got the spiffy garments, and they you know, out there, you're gonna have a whole new group of Israelites. Let's go follow them now. The scriptures in Jude speaks about wandering souls. Matter of fact, let me get that. Let me go to Jude. Jude. Bear with me for a minute. Another good one, Ephesians 4. Every wind of doctrine. New doctrine comes up, they gonna follow it. Let me write the word soul. I'm sorry. Let me try it this way. Okay, I'll start it from the 10th verse, Jude 1 verse 10. But these speak evil of those things which they know not, like believers of the way. They don't have 100% truth. But what they know naturally as brute beasts, in those things they corrupt themselves. So you teaching this false doctrine, you're corrupting yourself. Woe unto them, for they have gone in the way of Cain, and ran greedily after the error of Balaam for reward, and perished in the gainsaying of Corey, because Corey, Abiram, and Dayton came up against Moses, and the Most High showed who he was with, because Corey, Dayton, and Abiram claimed that the Lord is dealing with us. You know, you put too much on yourself, and Moses basically said, "May the Most High judge between me and thee." And what did the Most High do? He opened up the ground, swallowed them up, and closed the ground back, and you never seen them before again. It says, these are spots in your feasts of charity. When we're teaching, it's a feast. This is food that we're feeding you. It says in Jeremiah, was that 3 verse 15, feeding you. It says when they feast with you, when they come on the comment board, when they do videos, feeding themselves without fear. You got to wonder, am I really teaching it correctly when I say it's talking about sin? And you should consider that GMS has the truth, because I've been in this thing for going on 36 years. We've been in this thing long before YouTube. You guys are YouTube Israelites. You guys came on the scene when you started watching a few YouTube videos, and instead of saying, let me join this camp, you're going to make up your own thing. It says clouds. You are those clouds. Clouds, they are without water. What does it say about water in John 7, 7:38? Out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. What's flowing out of your belly is stagnant water. Carry about of winds. Carry about of winds. If Ephesians 4 says wind, every wind of doctrine. New doctrine come along, it sounds good to you, you're going to go with it. Trees whose fruit therewith without fruit, twice dead, plucked up by the roots, raging are waves of the sea, foaming out their own shame. See, when you gotta answer what is meant by buying and selling. If the mark of the beast is sin, what is humans? It said, wandering stars to whom is reserved the blackness of darkness forever. Some to shame and some to everlasting contempt. So I'm going to close on this. I'm not going to read the rest of the I'm just looking over these bear with me for a minute. Or somebody put in a comment, build Yisrael. That's why there's a difference between Israel and the elect of Israel. The elect of Israel is going to receive this truth. The others are not going to, they're going to receive half truths. Or somebody put a comment, the only camp with camps all over the world, which he's talking about GMS. And then there's 19 replies. Somebody puts in IUIC got camps all over as well, which is correct. Which is correct. GMS South Carolina 07, which is Elder Manat Zakbar, to this person that said IUIC got camps all over the world. So he responds by saying IUIC don't have camps in Romania, Turkey, Mexico, Finland, and Italy. Yeah, they just got a couple of camps in Africa and Haiti, and them Haitians ain't listening. You know, they want to be Roman Catholics. Check your facts. Matthew 24:14, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, then the end shall come. And GMS have more camps around all the whole planet. He probably got a camp in outer space. Okay, here's this clown, Jeffrey Randall. First off, brah, this ain't a competition. Oh, well, no, Paul said it is. Paul compared it to running a race. And matter of fact, let me go to that. You said this ain't a competition, brah. Let me get that real quick. Crown. Bear with me for a minute. Bear with me for a minute. Let me try it this way. I already got the precepts up. I just wanted to check for another precept. Let me do this. Please bear with me. Bear with me. Okay, he said this is not a competition, bro. Well, here's a precept. 1 Corinthians 9, verse 24. Know ye not that they which run in a race, run all with all their might, but one receiveth the prize. So run that ye may obtain. So running is a competition. It said only one man receives the prize. So run that ye may obtain the prize, the crown. So it is a competition. What does it say in? This is a good one. Galatians 5, verse 7. Ye did run well. Who did hinder you that ye should not obey the truth? So what is the truth? The mark of the beast is the microchip. It's not sin. Although it is ultimately a sin. Let's see what Galatians 2 and 2 says. And I went up by revelation and communicated unto them that gospel which I preach among the Gentiles, which are Israelites, but privately to them which were of reputation, lest by any means I should run or had run in vain. Philippians 2, verse 16, holding forth the word of life, that I may rejoice in the day of Yahushua when he returns, that I have not run in vain, meaning I have not put myself in this competition in vain, neither labored in vain. Hebrews 12, verse 1. Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin. Hold up, wait a minute. The mark of the beast is the sin. So Paul is saying, take that chip out of you, the mark out of you. That's the word sin right there. Did not the Apostle Paul say it was not me that doeth it, but sin that dwelleth in me? So Paul was saying, according to your faulty breakdown, that the Apostle Paul had the mark of the beast. See, when you analyze and you check things out and you go precept upon precept, and ultimately the Most High got to open up your eyes, then you can see it. And if the Apostle Paul had the mark of the beast, the Most High is going to condemn the Apostle Paul. The Apostle Paul said he waited for my departure, and they waited for me a crown of glory. So Paul didn't go off. So now you got to explain, if the mark of the beast is sin, that means the Apostle Paul had the mark of the beast. Did not Peter sin when he denied the Lord 3 times? So he got 3 chips in him. He got 3 marks in him. You see when you logically, through the Spirit, well, it's not even, you don't even got to be spiritual, because Edomites can see it. And they're not spiritual. They can see it. These Edomites got one up on y'all. And let us run with patience the race, that's competition. The race, what is a race? What is a race? The guy said this is not a competition, bro. Let's look up the word race. Race, an assembly, a place of assembly, especially an assembly met to see games, competitions, the place of contest, competitions, the arena of stadium, competition. The assembly of the Greeks at their national games, hence the contest for a prize at the games, generally any struggle or contest, a battle, an action at law, trial. So is this a competition? Yes, it's a competition. It's a competition. So let me go back. It says, first off, bro, this ain't a competition. I gave you a handful of scriptures on competition. Running a race, running that you may obtain a crown. Yes, the gospel shall be preached into all nations, and ultimately through the web. You named about 5, but if you're gonna go by that definition, then yes, IUIC got camps all over the world. Maybe not those countries, but others. And if we take all over the world to be literal, then no one, including GMS, is rolling that way. Well, ultimately, the gospel being preached throughout the whole world is through the web. It's through the web. It's actually going to take more than one camp to reach the entire. Nope, it can take one man to reach the entire world through the web. Okay, this is Manatazak Bar again. Whatever. But you should have a comma there, but that's all right. Whatever. But IUIC nor any other camp has camps in more places than GMS just saying. Well, the real preaching to the whole world is through the web. Matthew 10 said we're not going to go throughout all the cities till the Lord come. It says, just saying, on top of that, you don't even preach, so you should just chill. Yeah, because most of these people are the audience. You know, they basically, if you're hearing His word and you're not be doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving one's own self. So if you're listening to this thing, you've been listening for the last 3 years or the last 5 years. Good, great video, shalom, shalom. And you ain't doing that, and that means, number one, you haven't grown, and number two, you're not a doer of the word. So that makes you not a man of the Lord or a prophet of the Lord or one of the elect. And then you have some that are just helpers, man. There's some that are be willing to send money or help you in any way. Oh, I do graphics, I'll show you. Well, that's a helper. So a helper's going to be saved. You're damn right. If they're truly a helper of the Lord, they're part of the elect. But wilt thou know, O vain man, that faith without works is dead? And I mentioned that the other day. So if you claim you got faith and you ain't doing it, where's your evidence of faith? Of course, it's not a competition. Ultimately, it is a competition. I brought out the scriptures on, use the word run and the word race to receive a prize. Because no one can compete with the prophets, which is true, because ultimately we're going to be found to be right. And I that am the Lord thy power from the land of Egypt will yet make thee to dwell in tabernacles. I'm not going to read this whole thing. Let me look at some of the other. I'm not going to read all these comments, but you can read it. Okay, so this guy believeth it away, and they're full of pride. Proverbs 26, verse 4, answer not a fool according to his folly, lest thou also be like unto him. Now, I'm taking that to mean, I'm not going to read all these comments, but basically he's saying if we're teaching that the mark of the beast is the microchip, we're fools. So that's his exit. That's the believers of the way exit. You know? It says Proverbs 28. He got him. He said Proverbs 28:1, the wicked flee when no man pursueth, but the righteous are bold as lion. You know you can't win. It's wise to shut down. He came back and he cut you. Because you're looking for, that responds, Proverbs 26 verse 4, you're looking for an exit. You're looking for a way out. You right about now, you looking like Jimmy Young. Y'all don't remember Jimmy Young. A lot of y'all wasn't even born. Jimmy Young fought Ali and he fought Foreman, and this guy was known, if you was about to hit him with a knockout punch, he'll stick his head right out of the ring ropes like in wrestling. And nobody liked that dude. He be throwing punches, he hit you with punches, and then when you go to hit him, he'll stick his head right out. He'll stick his head outside the ring ropes, like I just said. Yeah, you just got hit with a liver shot. Proverbs 28 verse 1, and you should have hit him with Proverbs 29 and 1. Because ultimately, read that. I'm not gonna read it. Okay, 1 Corinthians 8 verse 2. This is responding to Elder Menatazak. And if any man think that he knoweth anything, he knoweth nothing yet as he ought to know. You GMS demons are some prideful bastards. Well, he don't. I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad, man. The Most High just ain't open you guys' eyes up, and he laid a stumbling block before you so he can destroy you. Yeah, but these guys, you know what? Everybody, let's go. Let's put our focus on believers of the way. Let's see how deep they are. Not saying that I hate these brothers because I don't know them, but they're clearly going off. And we here are the defenders. We are the true defenders of the faith. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom.